Are we already started? Oh, I'm right on time to watch Taiwan live TV!
Good afternoon, everyone. It's 15:15. That's 3:15 local time in Taiwan. We are 8 hours ahead of UTC, 7 hours ahead of London, 13 hours ahead of Eastern Standard non-daylight time, USA. Hi, everybody. MJ here. First of all, I want to apologize to all of my followers. I really appreciate, I really do. I mean, I think about this a lot. I really appreciate your loyalty, how I'll do a stream and everybody will go back later and watch the replay if they can't watch it live. It means a lot to me. I appreciate it, but I've been really sick. I've also been legitimately busy. I did a little gig the other night with some friends of mine. It was fun, but a couple people were sick, and I shook their hand, and I probably couldn't sing at all to save my life. The funny thing is I can sing high stuff, though. It's funny how the voice works, but yeah, so I probably sound a little hoarse, and I've been, coughing and hacking. But I want to say hi to everyone. I'm driving around. I'm kind of mad today because, as you know, everybody knows I have cardiac arrhythmia, and occasionally I have some kind of palpitation that, I don't know, it feels like fibrillation, but I haven't been able to catch it because it only lasts for a few seconds and then it's gone. But in the meantime, it's pretty scary. And come on, what are you waiting for? And then like what happens is I'll go see my cardiologist and take an EKG, and 20 minutes later it's normal. See. So anyway, I bought an EKG recording watch, and boy, does it work great. But the watch band stinks. It's a beautiful mesh electroplated stainless steel. It's a dark color stainless steel with a clasp on it, and the clasp makes a nice reassuring snap when you hook it. I don't mean jack squat, because today it fell off again. It's fallen off twice. I got lucky the first time. Today it fell and it broke. So the display works, the watch functions, you can use it from the app, you can make a EKG, blood pressure recording, that kind of stuff, but the function button on it doesn't work. So you can't change screens, or you can't turn it off, or you can't go to sports mode. See, the whole idea of having an ECG or EKG recording watch is that with a couple of button presses you can get a heart reading immediately. So now if I get this palpitation feeling, which when it happens I lose blood pressure and I become very faint and almost lose consciousness sometimes, I can't whip out my phone and turn on the app, and tell it to start measuring. I have to be able to do that from the watch, and I can't do it. So I'm kind of irritated. Took it to a watch repair shop. He's a friend of mine. I know the guy, known him for a long time, and I trust him. And he said, nope, can't even open this. It's glued shut by the factory, and it's IP67. If you open it, and you don't even have the gasket to put in there, let alone the glue. I'm like, yeah, I got your point. So, thing is, it's inexpensive. I mean, with modern manufacturing, these kinds of things are cheap. And so, if I sent it back, to the factory, it would cost more money altogether than it would for me to just buy a new one. So, anyway, I'm going to contact the seller and see if she'll sell me another one at a discount. Now, they do ship with a generic set of the rubber watch band, and I don't like those. I don't like rubber watch bands at all. But that's what I'm gonna get, I guess. So there is a leather band option, and I've never really liked leather bands because they get really nasty, and when they get wet from sweat, they change dimensions. They sometimes shrink, and I don't know. So I guess I'm going to deal with that rather than having it, fall on the ground, right? So you can see there's the sun in the sky. It's a beautiful day here. The temperature is about 25 Celsius, and it has today has a fairly low humidity rate, and I'm just enjoying the day. I'm just coming back, believe it or not, from this watch repair shop in downtown Hukou, near where I live. So now, when you guys get sick, like with a cold and stuff, do you have trouble sleeping? Because I got to tell you, I was coughing and stuff, and I went to sleep kind of late, and when I woke up, it was 3 o'clock in the morning. My throat was so sore that the pain in my throat woke me up. So I drank about a half a pot of hot tea, and that really made my throat feel better, but I couldn't get back to sleep. And for the next 2 days, I probably had about 5 or 6 hours sleep altogether, so it's pretty weird. So I try to get work done, even though I'm sick. I've been in the studio, and what I did was I recorded that gig, and I mixed some of the tracks in the studio. And anyway, good morning, Gabriel. How are you? Nice to see you on Periscope. Thanks for joining. Yeah, welcome to Taiwan. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to take a trip around here. Several of my followers have asked me to show them a little bit of the industrial park, and I got time today. See this big tower on the right? That's a Mitsubishi elevator test bed. Mitsubishi elevators will build stuff and try things, and there's the tower for it. So this is they call it the Hsinchu East Industrial Park. So that would be Hsinchu, Dongchu, Gongyechu, which altogether means the Hsinchu East Area Industrial Park. And we have all kinds of companies here, like Formosa Plastics and Panasonic, and this is PTOT. I don't know what they do. I just know that I've seen their name before. Let me just drive around a little bit, okay? Because I got a few minutes. Let's go down a couple of these streets and show you some of these factories. Giga Storage, really big company. You're not going to stop, are you? No, I guess you're not. I got there right away. That guy almost hit me. They came out of that. Boy, that would have been cool, right on Periscope. Talk about proof. Yeah, there's a little traffic island and a triangle, and those guys got to stop. They can't just pull out, there's traffic. So as I was saying, there's a lot of different companies here. Giga Storage is over there. Global Testing. I'm just going to go down to the end of this block. I'm going to turn and just go up and down, up and down. This is called Guangfu Road. Guangfu Lu, as we say in Chinese. There's a Guangfu North, Guangfu South, and a Guangfu East. And for those of you who watch Taiwan Live TV and watch the late night show, often I'm down at Wenwen's place, and Wenwen's place is on Guangfu East. And you can actually find that place on Google Maps if you would like to. It's 357 Guangfu East Road in Hukou. This is a steel company over here on the right. I don't know what their name is. They got bushes that hide the name. They're not doing it on purpose. They just haven't cut them. And I'll be in my house, which is close by, and all of a sudden I'll hear like, boom! And yeah, it's like that. Now you'll notice on the left, there's a huge building up here being built. I don't know what's going on in the rest of the world, but Taiwan has a manufacturing boom going on. There are factories and buildings going up, and I don't think that over there on the left, see this green stuff? That's a construction netting, you know, keeps the materials from blowing around. I don't think those are apartments, because this is not that kind of a place. It's an industrial park and people live here, and my house is here, and there are houses here. But it's not the kind of place that you'd put like a luxury, you know, high-rise like that. That's got to be a factory. And it is in a factory complex. I think it's a monster. My goodness, I gotta take pictures of that later. That thing is humongous. All right. So, Gabriel, where are you viewing from, if you're still with us? This over here is Polylon. That's weird. I don't know. Reting Industrial Company. I'm just gonna go down here. All right, I'm gonna take a right down here. Just want you to see what this looks like. All factories on the left, factories on the right. Yeah. Just my luck. They're having some kind of construction up here. I'm gonna have to go around. So I want to say hi to Jake and the development team at Prism. And they're plugging along, and they're really trying to do right. Let me tell you, I mentioned to Jake because they have implemented USB cameras with Prism, which is what I'm using to live stream with. And I have a USB microscope that it doesn't work with. Okay, they're doing paving up here, so I'm going to take a left. And my USB microscope does not work with Prism. So Jake went and bought one. He bought the
GPS signal is fixed.
Thank you for telling me that. The Prism crew, the lead developer, bought a microscope so he can figure out. Now this is evergreen steel over here on the left. This is a huge place, and you can't really see it. They got huge I-beams and stuff laying around there, and when they drop, these things get dropped, you know. Hopefully nobody's around. But in my neighborhood, I'll be sitting in my house and I'll hear like a boom, and it'll be, you know, one of these steel companies dropping some girder or something. It's crazy. It's a lot of technical companies. I'll tell you what else is big around here is solar. Just a 10-kilometer radius from my house, which is in this industrial park, there are over 50 solar companies, solar energy companies. And it's a huge area for that. If you want to make money in solar, this is the place to do it, because you can pick up these products for really cheap. These are big complexes down here with huge warehousing. They're making big items here. Rytech, the guys that do discs like CDs, you know, DVDs, they're down here too. And they've got a beautiful glass building that has a round turret on it that kind of looks like a stack of DVDs. It's pretty cool. I'm going to go down here a little bit. See if I can... I don't think I can do what I'm thinking about doing. I actually may have... I don't know. Let me see. I don't know. I'm not sure how to get back in the other place. This is not where I wanted to go, because what happened was the street was blocked off with the paving. So we're on the outskirts, but we're still in an industrial park. Directly across the street here from this, directly across the street from this light is the environmental company. It's a recycling place, which is really cool, because if you got like a bunch of stuff, like I had a a charcoal grill, on the bottom rusted out. Just bring it over there, and they'll give you, money for it. I had some leftover parts before, and it was easy. I just brought them there in a bag, and girl was cool. She used the magnet. She's looking for stainless versus, steel, and it was pretty cool. And I just gave her the bag. She threw it on the scale, and they went and gave me cash, like $5, $10 or something. But, a little beer money if you've got some scraps. And so it encourages people to recycle. And recycling is a very controversial topic because there's no right and there's no wrong. It depends on the economics of it. And there are actually people who are militant about it. You should recycle everything. And there's some interesting cases. Like there's a case that I saw a video on the other day in the United States where the state mandated that people separate glass and so forth for recycling, and then they had to add like 40 new collection trucks to the fleet of trucks. So they're generating more waste, and more pollution, and they're consuming more fuel to pick up the glass. And then what they have to do is, because they don't have any glass recycling facilities, they have to ship it to the next state. So it ends up costing a lot more money. And there's one thing about glass that seems to escape everyone's notice. It's made of silica, which is sand, and that's probably the most common compound on the surface of the earth. So why are we bothering to recycle glass? Because it costs more. And so, yeah. I mean, you don't have to landfill it. You can just crush it. You don't have to turn it back into glass. Just turn it back into sand. Anyway, but yeah. Okay, now this is one of the fringe roads here of the industrial park, and these are all factories up and down here. Now, the Legend Brewery, the brewery that Andreas is the brewmaster for, is right up here. I just forget exactly which road it is. It's not that one. But you know what I'm going to do? I'm just going to take a drive. I'm going to go here and pull in this right lane. And I'm going to take a drive up and down these roads and just show you the different things. This is Sanyang Motors, the Korean company on the left. And this is Taiwan Cow Corporation, KAO, but I don't know what they do. But I'll tell you what, they got a big building, so they're doing something. Obviously, over here on the right, you see the chemicals. There's some kind of chemical engineering going on in these tanks. So some of these streets are old. They've been here a long time. Now look at this. They even got like cable bridges across the road between these factories. All these pipes and stuff on the left here. There's a bunch of chemical stuff going on here. Yeah. And there's a pipe bridge across here, see? One side to the other. Yeah. It's Bridgestone, Taiwan, over on the right. Excuse me. A lot of tires are made in Taiwan. A lot. And Taiwan has a lot of indigenous brands too, like Kenda and others. And so if you were interested in having your own brand of tire, you can do that kind of stuff. And in fact, at Andreas's brewery, if you commit to buying a certain number of cases of beer, you can have your own branded beer, which is really cool. And they'll do special recipes for you too. Now, sorry about the roads. These roads get hammered with trucks. Fujitech is on the right. There's a big green factory up here. I'm not sure that is. I'm just going to take a left and go up and down all these roads here. I'm just going to show this to you. I've been wanting to do this for a while. And I got nothing else to do right now except just rest. And I'm not resting because I'll lay down and nothing will happen. I'll go to sleep. I'm pretty sure this is where Andres' brewery is, but I might not be right. Here's another bridge across here carrying a pipe. Yeah, all right. A lot of chemical engineering going on down here. Okay. All right. And so, I don't know these companies here. What are they doing over there on the right? My goodness. Huge. These places are monstrous. I gotta take some of my, that says Asia CMP. ELEG insulation, it says. I gotta take some of my US customers around here and just show them what we got here in this park. It's pretty amazing. Alright, so I didn't see Andres' factory. Must be on the next block. Or his brewery. Now, one thing that you guys know if you're in the late night group, first of all, before I forget, I want to thank my sponsor in the upper left hand corner, ivideo.com.tw. They really take care of me. I'm using the battery bank version of their Wi-Fi box. It lasts all day, it lasts like 20 hours, and it propagates a beautiful Wi-Fi signal off of a 4G card. And it's extremely low rental, and if you look in the description or the profile, depending on what platform you're looking at, you'll find a 10% discount code and a URL. So this guy's really, he was behind me. He really wants to get in front of me. People are impatient. And so if you're traveling, it makes a lot of sense. They work internationally, and it's the best solution for internet connectivity in foreign countries because you don't have to have a contract, and they ship it to your house. You can pick it up at the airport, drop it out the airport. Also, your whole family can use it. See, that's the other thing too. You have to stand in line for the SIM card, but then it's like, you and your wife and everybody else has to get, no, just one box and everybody connects to it. It's fantastic because it is a Wi-Fi router. Now, we also have UPS and FedEx, Ramsun systems testing, and DHL doesn't have an office here or a warehouse here, but they got not too far away in the other places. We use DHL all the time. DHL is our choice company. This is Lee Thai. It's interesting. Now I think, is this it? Yeah, that's okay, on the right. That is the brewery, Legend Brewery. It's hard for me to say. All right. There's some investment casting foundries down here too, and we use one of them to do our bicycle parts. I'm sorry. Excuse me, I'm having a hard time with my throat. All right. And so I'm going to upload later to YouTube, and which reminds me, I always have to put that description for the discount code on YouTube. If you look in the upper right hand corner, the companion website is taiwanlive.tv. You can find some more information about what we do. And there is an umbrella over the whole thing. Stop honking at me, you moron. I can't go left. There's a car in front of me. Beep. And I should install like an air horn facing backwards. Nah. And it's phoenixmediaforge.com. Phoenixmediaforge.com is the blanket site that everything else falls under. All right, this is a beautiful day for a drive. Now this road is nice. This road is really nice. Yeah, so what would have happened if just now, because that moron driving one of those little blue industrial trucks is in a hurry. These guys are always in a hurry. If he honked and I pulled out and that car smashed into me, what would happen? Do you think he would stop? No. He would say, "Oh, tough luck. You're dumb." Human nature. All right. We're talking about recycling and things, human nature is funny. People make assumptions about things. So some stuff is better off being recycled. And I've actually, I'm sorry guys, I'm sorry. I've actually done research on the topic. And you know, all the garbage in the world would fit in like 25 square kilometers. So everybody says, oh, we're running out of landfills. And no, we're not. There's vast areas. And landfills aren't necessarily the best solution. They're the best solution in this century. Because mankind can't really come up with all the answers. But they just pave it over and they put a park on top of it. And this is called Chip Moss, M-O-S Technologies on the left. I never actually went up and down here before like this. Excuse me. The factory that we do our investment casting with is right up here. It's right in here on the right. And we just call it Hooters Factory because the guy who owns it, his English name is Hooter. And he's retired, he's not there anymore, but we're his longtime customer, so, you know, the factory always takes care of us because we're Hooters friends. And Tony, you guys know Tony, he runs the other factory. Tony's the one that introduced us to Hooter. Now I'm going to go straight here. The reason I'm going to go straight is I'm going to show you some areas that I go to when I eat Thai food, and I go here to these like Thai karaoke places. This is the road where Dennis's bar was on. He's up on the next block. And this is a place that used to all be Thai, but now it's mostly Vietnamese because Vietnamese have replaced the Thais. The Thai baht now is a little more valuable than the NT dollar, which doesn't make any sense. And so it's not, it doesn't make any sense for Thai people now to live here and work here. This place right here on the right with the pink sign, that's where I take a lot of videos from. Up here, this is Dennis's bar right there. We're just passing. A place called the Golden Triangle, and some other interesting places, like right here beside this this car. They've got like a wood porch over on the right. Yep, and it's a place to just sit out and have a beer in the afternoon. And our good old laundry shop. Yeah. And here's the police station right here. And so a lot goes on, and the police don't really come out and check it out. You have to go in and complain. Another Thai restaurant, upscale Thai restaurant on the right. So I'm pretty sure, Rytek's on the left, but you can't see it. Let's see, let me go. This is the highway. We're crossing under Provincial Highway number 1 right now. This is highway number 1. Let me go left, and I'll see. Yeah, we should be able to see Rytek. Because that's when I told you I had that beautiful turret. I don't know if you can see that. It might be on the side facing the highway. When you're on the highway, it looks absolutely beautiful. Now, up here look in the upper right-hand corner, you're going to see a sign coming up from this if you can. The factory, it says TSEC in English, and it is it's brand new. I mean, when I mean brand new, it's like 4 years old. And see, it's this gray building over here, right? You can't really see it over the top. This is it's behind a tree. Anyway, TSEC, they're a solar company, and so they're doing some kind of solar energy stuff. Problem is, you got to look at the Chinese. They very few times in English, because it doesn't matter. Nobody's really here. I mean, if customers come, then they're picked up at the airport and they're taken here. They don't really have to find it, or they take a taxi and they're taken here. So a lot of places don't say what they do in English. You have to look at it in Chinese. Beautiful factory, but from the roof of my house, it blocks my view of the ocean. So I'm not happy about that. So instead, it forces me just to go to the ocean. Ocean is about 7 kilometers from here. There's a large plateau behind Shinfong, and then it falls down about 80 meters, and then it goes into this vast plain that eventually goes down to the water line. Okay, this is Rytec over here on the left. Yeah, there you go. You can see the you can see the turret there. The big beautiful. See, it looks like it's got like a ring around the top. Looks like a UFO. It's actually quite beautiful. Look at this. Nice big glass building. Yeah, that's Rytec. R-I-T-E-K. And if you're ever wondering, like where the CDs and the DVD ROMs are going to come from, that you use your computers. Well, this is it. And this road curves around. It comes back out on Guangfu Road if I take a right up here. And you see, these aren't fall colors really. The leaves really haven't turned. Those are flowers that have turned. Those were like, if I'm not mistaken, those were those blossoms they have in Japan, sakura. I might be wrong about that, but these things are beautiful in the fall. But now it's it's past prime, so now they're all brown and stuff. So, all right, and we've got. It says Genovate Biotechnology on the left. There's a biotech park over here. All right. And DAF, I don't know what they do. So there's another Gigastorage. There's 2 Gigastorage buildings. That's it. That's the other one. Excuse me. All right. We are going to conclude today's tour. Thank you so much for joining, and I appreciate it. I'm sorry I haven't been on. I really haven't been providing you guys with any decent content because I've just been too sick. And I have been concentrating on projects in the studio. I've been working on new music, and it's really important for me to get this done. And but I got to be able to get you some content too. Anyway, I have some things planned, and Andreas and Dennis and I are going to be doing a really nice program. And within the next couple of weeks, we're going to be doing cooking, and we're going to show you how to do some dishes with Bootsy sauce. We're going to do a little music, and we're going to make some drinks with Andreas's new formula gin. He has it's not a distilled gin. It's I forget what they call it. I forget what the word is, but it's not a fermented product. I mean, it's not a distilled product. And it was a recipe that was lost for 200 years and was recently found, and they used it. And boy, is it something! That gin is incredible. We're gonna make some Bloody Marys with that gin. So you guys take care. Thanks so much for joining. We'll see you next time on Taiwan Live TV. Take care. Bye bye.